Hey guys, just want to walk you through the metrics tab and batch stats when within a campaign in Sherpa. So when you're in the campaign, come over to the metrics tab and we see quite a few things going on here, and we'll walk through each one. So here we see our list health is good based off of our pretty good delivery rate in the campaign. List quality score, this is completely based off of us hitting the verified owner button. So if we're not using that feature, our list quality score is going to look pretty low like this. So make sure that you're using that verified owner button, and every time you hit that button, the list quality score will increase. If you're not using it very often, you're going to see a low list quality score. It's not going to be very accurate. So if this is something you want to use to measure your metrics and success, definitely make sure you are using the verified owner button appropriately. Next, the SMS sent. This is the SMS sent in the whole campaign. Our delivery rate over the whole campaign, response rate, total responses, how many times we've hit the qualified lead button, and how many total prospects we have. And so because each prospect can have up to 3 phone numbers, that's why when we're looking over here at import stats, we have 3,000 phone numbers for our 1,000 prospects. Message stats. So daily send limit, this is completely based off of how many phone numbers we have in this market. It's 99 sends per number per day. If you ever need a higher daily send limit, you go to your phone number manager and add new numbers. Sends available, we haven't sent any messages today, so we still have all of our sends available. How many messages have been skipped in this campaign? Undeliverable, so this is just a complete error. We don't have the auto dead on for this account, and so we don't have any auto deads coming in. Import stats, again, phone numbers, every single phone number that's been uploaded into this campaign. Out of those 3,636 were mobiles, 2,364 were landlines. We had some other phones here as well. Litigators removed, DNC skipped, and so we can download each and every one of these CSVs to use however we need to. The mobile CSV will have quite a bit of data returned. It will tell us lead stages, it will give us links to the conversations, it will tell us when the prospect was imported, if it was re-imported again, the campaigns that they're in, so quite a bit of data returned for our mobile import stat CSV. Next, looking at our batch stats, so there are little tooltips on each of these batch stats that tell us what we need to know. We can sort, as you can see here, oldest to newest or newest to oldest. We can also sort here. On every single one of these, we can sort. I like to just keep it oldest to newest. So you can see here we've had 16 batches. Each batch completes at 100. This is not you actually sending in 100 messages, although that's best practice. But if we send 50 messages today and 50 messages tomorrow, they're going to combine together into one batch with the most recent date stamp on it. So that's something important to keep in mind here. It says last send, so the last message of that batch that was sent, that's the date for that message. So best to work in batches of 100 so that the date stamps can be fairly accurate to your actual workflow. Our response rate, this is based off of the messages that were delivered, how many we got back. So this is per batch again, so we're looking at 100 messages, and on each batch we can see our response rates. Our delivery rates, these are based off of the messages that were not skipped. And so we do want to keep this above 85. We can see here we might have been using the same template back to back, and that's why it was good, but after some repetition of the same template, it started to drop, so we switched it up. It's why it's best practice to just use a new template for every single batch we're sending out. We can also look here and see if any messages were skipped. So a few different reasons messages can be skipped. If the person replied before, we're going to skip them. If we have that feature on, we can turn it off. If they're on our internal do not call list, this is not the national DNC registry, this is our internal do not call list. If they were messaged in the last 5 days, if they're a known litigator, if they're AT&T and we don't have our carrier approved templates on, they're going to get skipped. If we have those on, we shouldn't get any carrier skips. And if we've marked them as a wrong number before, they're going to get skipped again as long as they've been re-imported with the same prospect information because they're still going to be a wrong number. So those are all of our skip reasons. taking a look back at each of these stats, so self-explanatory that yes, 100 messages, and the delivery rate is based off of that, and the response rate is based off of that. However, some good numbers to aim for on a first contact campaign. Again, 85% or better delivery is what we like to see. When it comes to response rate, we like to see somewhere between 25 to 35%. This is hovering pretty much in that range, which is great for us. Every time we do a follow-up campaign, though, every time we try to contact this person, if they haven't replied yet, we can expect this to drop. So these are great numbers to see on an initial contact campaign, but if we're following up on the people who haven't replied before, we can expect that to drop every time we create those type of follow-up campaigns, because if they've already not replied to us once or twice or 3 times, there's a better chance that they might not reply, and so we can see lower delivery rates or response rates, on follow-up campaigns, but on an initial contact campaign, this is what we like to see. I hope that was clear. I know there's quite a bit going on here, but if you need any further clarity, please just reach out to support and let us know.